Hatapu, 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 heru nefed, heru nefed. Looking forward to getting it in today. Hope you're ready. All right, so we're here. We're ready to get going today. We're going to get moving, get right in because we want to cover some of the martial applications of the movements. We want to be able to get you into a place where we're prepared to utilize the principles, and we'll share some of the basic applications. We're going to review sunrises over the mountain. We're going to review sunsets. We're going to review ward off to the right. And then our next one would be grasp the bird's tail and stroke it. So we'll be reviewing those as well. So you're able to get an opportunity to see how they move. Okay. We'll end up this month heading into, probably get to about where we get to stir the cauldron and some things in there. But right now, we're going to just stick with the basics. Very elementary. Want you to be able to practice these so you can get them in. So from the beginning, we'll kick it off with some all over body check-in after our Shiasha. Then we'll get into the Asar Stance. We'll get into the short form. Little inkling of Qigong, because we want to spend the bulk of our time today after we do the short form looking at some potential applications. Once the applications are done, we'll get to our breathing exercise and wisdom from the sages of the ages. Okay. All right. So if we're ready to get moving, let's go get moving. All right. So let's bow in. So all the masters that have gone before us, we bow. Teacher to student, student to teacher. Okay. And as we talked about, I'm gonna do the all over body check-in from standing posture today. So I'm gonna bring those hands up, and we're gonna rotate the foot. Changing direction. And dropping that heel to the floor, wiggling the toes. Keep the hands up again. One toe, start the big toe, and work your way down to the second toe all the way to your pinky toe. And one of the main things that we're doing here is, because we're able to do a Asar Stance in 20 minutes, it's not a problem with holding these hands up while we move. Heel down, wiggle the toes. Start with that big toe. Work your way down. All right, bring it right back to feet parallel, shoulders width. Let the hands come down. I'm going to shake it out. Opposite hand, opposite leg. We're going to get in our Wu Chi position. Pyramid hands. And we're going to shift that weight and step. Balance the weight between the legs like we do. 50-50. Bellows breathing. And get into a Asar Stance. Pyramid hands. Open the palms up as we are holding the golden orbs. Rotating the hands into oneness. Into the turtle. And out to the drawbridge. Point the hands. Into oneness. Rabbit through the chute. Into oneness. Right hand on top of left hand, palms up, thumbs touching. Rotate the left hand on top, palms facing. We'll see a ball of golden white light like the sun in between the palms of the hands. Into oneness. Turtle. Drawbridge. Pointing the hands. Oneness. And remember, pyramid hands. And you do this at whatever level you need to do it. Listen to your body. We've done it seated, we've done it standing. So you have an opportunity to do it in a way that best works with your body. You're going to shift all the weight to the right leg. You're going to slide that left foot into Wuchi position. Let the hands drop and shake it out, opposite hand, opposite leg. All right. We get into our swinging arms. After we do our KhASA position. Palms facing forward. And we move and shift and pivot into the dua position, stepping forward. 4 breaths. Stepping back, pivot, and go into swinging arms. Then I'm swing. All right, shake your feet. Make sure they're parallel shoulders width. And now we're going to open the chest and stretch the back. Sinking down. Last one. Check it out. All right. In a position, feet parallel, shoulders width. Short form to the right. Sinking down and begin. All right, so first, shake it out. Then I want you in Wu Chi position. Heels together from a 90-degree angle. Apex of the angle comes straight out in front of you. So the first thing we're going to do, right, is going to shift the weight, step to your left, and pivot on that heel. Your feet are straight and parallel. What I want you to see is this center line has moved and shifted. So the center line now is here. And just by getting into the beginning of the form, we have moved ourselves out of the direct path of a linear attack coming down the center line, okay? So the footwork, as we always talk about here, is essential to effective self-defense in terms of the Tai Chi Chuan. So again, step, pivot, gets you out of the way. And it works either way. You can go here, same. So it's not about the direction. The other thing that's important about Tai Chi that I want you to see is we could spend a whole class on footwork, but right now we're just going to work on the primary movement at the beginning as we get into sunrises over the mountain and sunsets. I want to start here because you're getting out of harm's way, but also see this movement here, the pivot, as well as the step, can be seen as a kick or as you're actually stepping on the opponent's foot. Okay, that's one of the benefits of Tai Chi Chuan, is that because we work on closing the distance in terms of the movement, what I want you to see is that slide, that step pivot here, right, is destabilizing movements when done correctly. Okay, so now that we're here, feet parallel, shoulders width, we're going to sink down, sunrises over the mountain and sunsets. Just sunrises. So it's here again, this rising motion, sunrises. It's a way of defining over the mountain and sunsets your personal intimate space. So as the sun rises, we're beginning to defend an incursion into our personal intimate space. As we talked about before, you want to be able to practice raising the arms. And the main reason that this works is because most folks are going to come in a straight line and you're bringing a curve to them. Okay, see the curve. The curve is important because when met appropriately, curve beats line, because curve and line merge and you alter the physics. So Tuesday, what we're going to do, in other words, our next session, I'm going to show you the vector math and the vector physics. We've done this once before, but we'll be able to do it in a way that affords you the opportunity to put it together along with the physical movements of the body, so you can begin to see how physics lives. Okay, so now we've got the sun rises. Okay. We'll keep folks at that distance, either one hand, both hands. Catch it, you can turn on the waist, or step back, maintain your space. Got it? Very simple with the easy footwork that we've been doing. And again, we're coming back into in-person sessions. So for those of you in the local area, you can come check out what this looks like in person and touch hands. Love to have that happen. So you have an opportunity. If you're still in a place where you're just doing this online with us, please make sure down here, like, share, subscribe, hit the bell. We're going to continue these even though we're coming into a different place. And we're going to shift to begin to dive in and focus on some aspects of the Rekati Committee for public consumption, some aspects of the SMA, so that you have understanding of the Sma Sawi or the Kemetic Yoga looks like from our temple. And then we're going to also get into the application, some of the Qigong martial applications. Hopefully you'll like some of those as well. And you'll begin to see that Tai Chi Chuan is a form designed, see like right here, to just put your body in proper orientation. So you're not necessarily doing the movements in the order of the form. I'm showing them to you that way so that you have an understanding. So, and it's an understanding in how and why the form is constructed the way that it is. Our form particularly is a little different than some other versions of the Yang form. So you go right in here. And again, remember that sun sets right here. You can just grab your shoulders and bring them forward. Additionally, you can meet them. And as the sun sets, bring that knee to them and help them. All right. And it works on either side. So you can sunrise, get a little closer. And as you sink, bring it in. All right. Sun rises and sets. I want you to see it. You should be able to see it. Okay. And we're going to keep it going. Sunrise is over the mountain and sunset. And then from here, you're going to go into ward off. All right, excellent. Excellent. We had a little power surge, power outage, momentary lapse in power. We're going to stitch this together, so don't worry about it. Everything is good. In the event that you have the opportunity to see it and you don't hear this, know that we stitched it. Otherwise, you're going to get this exactly like it is, primarily because that means that I ran out of available time to edit today. Anyways, enough talk from me. Let's get it in. We were working on that ward off. So what we want to be able to do is, again, we get that sunrise. It defines the position here. Okay, you can sunset to either side. Okay, sunsets, turning the waist. And what that enables you to do is to get that person by taking them off balance with the roll forward. It affords you an opportunity to not just get them off balance, but to get them out of your way. And as you take them that way, see how your body is headed the other direction because you're turning the waist and shifting the weight. It aids you in going the opposite direction. So we got this sunrise, the sun sets. Now we're going to go into the ward off. See here. And again, what I want you to see is as it ward off, you want to pay attention to the subtle body movements. The weight shift, that right hand comes across the body. And as you turn, it comes out. That left hand comes over, and as you complete the movement here, right? What we're doing, you get into it, it's here. You can drop that right hand over their wrist because of where the hand slides down from mid forearm to the wrist. Drop it down, bring this hand up, right at the elbow. And this turning of the waist pops the elbow capsule. Or as you come around, go here, higher up, take this arm right out into the soft space of the shoulder in here. Underneath, you can step forward, continue turning the waist and take them right to the ground. So my goal is that in the second class, that I'll have my opportunity to demonstrate these directly for you. Okay, so the next one, because this is where we were last time, as we talked about here, the shifting of the weight, the full turning of the waist and stepping down aids us. So from there, the next movement is grasp the bird's tail and stroke it. And for that, I want you to see the feet again. Very important that we focus on the feet, okay? Because what happens in ward off is someone is coming in, you're taking that right foot, turning it out, toe up. So what is always possible is after this is to take that toe, take that foot around and sweep as you're taking that hand and shifting that weight. Okay, so that way they're already off balance. So that as you continue with the step forward, you're able to take them to the ground easily. Okay, and remember, the ground is here, it's underneath us, it supports us, there's nothing lower than the ground. So we want to help them become suppliant. All right, additionally, once we get into this position and we shift, we can go here, we step. That's a foot stepper, okay? You can step on that foot, you bring it right on in here, okay? And so it's like you're bringing this ball and sharing it with someone, okay? So there's a lot of ways that can be explored. Okay, but basically you're undercutting someone. All right. I want you to grasp that. So it's here. So you're taking your left leg, you're going to put it underneath their right. So it's right here. So it's same on same. You just bring them across. And see, this leg is your fulcrum or your bridge, and you bring them on across. Take them down. Got it? Good. So we'll do it one more time so you have it. I'm going to go all the way through because I want you to get the feeling of you're not just going to jump right into it, but that it may be multiple things that you're doing, which is why you do it in the form, okay? Because it's not just one thing. Okay. All right, now, to continue on our growth and development, we're going to do our kneeling. And why are we doing the kneeling? If you remember, it's a stretch for the feet and the ankles. Keep the toes, heels, and knees together. We're working on improving flexibility in the body, improving body alignment, body movement. Breathing normally. And remember, if you cannot put the buttocks on top of the heels, then hold yourself up where you need to. So if it's here, just hold yourself up. All right, the same thing in the next position. You're going to curl those toes under, toes, heels, knees together. You're going to be on the ball of the foot. You come on back. If you can put the buttocks on top, go ahead, sitting tall. Hands in here, chin down. All right. Now that we got that, once again, we're going to get here in this push-up position. You want to get there, just hold it. And I'll do it with you. We'll go to 10 count today. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. And you pick it up each time, you get up to 50. Then you'll try and come down. Push yourself up with your 1. And that's where you start. And we like to do it in odd numbers. So when you get to your 1, you go to 1. Then you do your 3, then 5, and 7. And from 7, actually, we go odd number, we're going to jump to 10. Okay? And the reason we want to jump to 10 is because then we want to be able to go 13, 15, 17, 20. Got it? I know it seems a little, we want to stay as, we want to get those even numbers as best we can. Once you get to 20, then the goal is to be able to do it. We're going to try and get up on the arches and do what we call not the simple push-up, but the full push-up. Okay? And what that is doing is, in addition to the Asar Stance, which works on the shoulders and the infrastructure that supports the neck, which is what Asar Stance does, what the general push-up is going to do is to strengthen the chest, shoulders, triceps, and a variety of ways that you can position the hands to get a full upper body workout to improve overall strength. Because the goal is for us to create a way where you can use your body weight as a way to build strength and intensity, okay? So we're gonna kneel right here, simple kneel. We're gonna do our breathing exercise here today. Okay, it'll be right in here, right on top of the sternum, what we call this bone. It's actually a joint. So you're going to bring the head down, you're going to breathe in through the nostrils. And we're doing simple kneeling. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. Fire breath. Deep breath in and release. Excellent. So we're going to come up, grab a seat. We're going to get to our wisdom from the sages of the ages. Get it in. All right, here we go. Essence of Tai Chi, the literary tradition. Steady the function of each posture carefully and with deliberation. To achieve the goal is very easy. Pay attention to the waist at all times. Completely relax the abdomen and the breath rises up. When the coccyx is straight, the spirit goes through to the head top. To make the whole body light and agile, suspend the head top. Carefully steady. Extension and contraction, opening and closing should be natural. To enter the door and be shown the way, you must be orally taught. The practice is uninterrupted and the technique is achieved by self-steady. Speaking of the body and its function, what is the standard? The mind and breath are king, and the bones and muscles are the court. Think over carefully what the final purpose is: to lengthen life and maintain youth. This song of the 13 movements of the Tai Chi Chuan consists of 140 characters. Each character is true and the meaning is complete. If you do not study in this manner, then you'll waste your time and sigh. All right, from the teachings of KhASA. Okay, if you are one who leads, one who controls the affairs of many, then seek the most perfect way of performing your responsibility so that your conduct will be blameless. Great is Ma'at, truth, justice, and righteousness. It is everlasting, Ma'at has been unchanged since the time of Asar. To create obstacles to the following of laws is to open a way to a condition of violence. The transgressor of laws is punished, although the greedy person overlooks this. Baseness may obtain riches, yet crime never lands its wares on the shore. In the end, only Ma'at lasts. And man will say, Ma'at is my father's ground. And then we have the Tao Te Ching. Similarity and difference. The first-rate scholar on hearing Tao is diligent in practicing it. The second-rate scholar on hearing Tao wavers between faith and forgetfulness. The third-rate scholar on hearing Tao bursts into loud laughter. If not laughed at, it would not be Tao. Hence the following proverbs. One who understands the Tao seems confounded by it. One who advances toward Tao seems retreating from it. One who follows plain Tao seems treading on rugged ground. Superior virtue appears to be hollow. Perfect purity appears to be tainted. Vast virtue appears to be inadequate. Solid virtue appears to be infirm. Genuine substance appears to be spurious. Vast space is devoid of corners. Great talent is late in maturing. A high note can hardly be heard. The great form has no sign. Tao is hidden and has no name, yet only Tao excels in contributing to achievement. Ajapu. Ang Ujas. And then peace to you, life, health, and strength. As we prepare to bow out, we say to all the masters that have gone before us, we bow. Teacher to student, student to teacher. Ashe. Giving respect to the ancestors and bearing witness and homage and praise to the eternal witnesses of the earth and sky. I bid you peace. Ajapu.